The title says it all. Thinkpads are, in my opinion, the best affordable laptops around today. Let me explain why. This video is going to focus on the X240 model specifically because that's the one I currently own, but the recommendation goes out to all other older Thinkpads. Let's get into it. First of all, I own a Lenovo Thinkpad X240 with an i7-4600U along with 8GB of RAM running Windows 10. Now, quell your panic. Before you straighten your Linux tux and start to get your GNU into a twist, I am planning on installing Arch onto it with a video I'm planning on doing soon, so stay tuned for that. But this also serves as a testament to how versatile these laptops are, being able to cope with an up-to-date Windows 10 install with nearly decade-old mobile hardware and an unbranded SSD. Now, the X240 is around 8 years old at this point, and mine in particular has never had either of its batteries changed. There are indeed two batteries, another perk to owning a ThinkPad. Despite this, the performance of it is still extremely usable, with around 5 hours of battery life along with absolutely no slowdown at all, even while running an install of Windows 10 on a dodgy second-hand SSD. Come to think of it, I should probably buy a new one. God knows what previous things have been done with it. Anyway, I originally bought this laptop from an eBay listing for around £150, which is, at the current time of writing, 206 freedom bucks, for the purpose of replacing my ancient Samsung laptop as my mobile Linux machine. I soon pimped out some stickers from Redbubble, go figure, and then never actually replaced the Windows install that came with it, instead opting to use it instead as a college laptop, which I needed Windows for to use applications like Microsoft Teams and OneNote, programs the old ThinkPad dealt with perfectly, not faulting at anything I used it for. Seriously, this old ThinkPad has never let me down. Hell, I've even dropped it a couple times and nothing has ever failed or broken. It is a bit worse for wear, it's seen better days, as you'll soon see, but it works like a charm. For the I/O, you have a headphone jack, two USB 3 ports, a mini display port, a VGA port, a 4-in-1 combo card reader, Ethernet jack, and a fingerprinter. So a pretty nice lineup of I/O, especially when compared to modern laptops. The webcam is 720p, which isn't bad, and in my experience has been more than enough for all of my use cases. The X240 is small, being classified as an ultrabook, with a display size of 12.5 inches at a resolution of 1366 by 768. The screen brightness is about what you'd expect from a laptop from 8 years ago. It's alright, but you'll have a bit of trouble during the day outside, especially if the sun is out, which is something I don't have to worry about too much over here in the Queen's country, where being outside at all is pretty weird, never mind taking a laptop out to work on it as well. There are touchscreen versions of this laptop available too, but I don't have one of those. Yet, even with the small profile of a laptop, the keyboard is a full-size one, excluding the keypad, and is very comfortable to type on for extended periods of time. The small footprint of the laptop also makes it very comfortable to carry around with you at school or work. Now, the trackpad on the X240 is superb. I've never had a single complaint to make about it, and it's never died on me. The multi-touch is very nice, and it is quite the big boy when on this very small laptop. Like I've said, Lenovo didn't sacrifice keyboard real estate to make a smaller laptop. The same goes for the trackpad. It's a very nice size and doesn't get in the way too much, if at all. And even if it does, the two USBs are on both sides of the laptop, so a mouse will be easy to plug in and use. So, with this in mind, the X240 and truthfully most of the older ThinkPad laptops ultrabooks are amazing computers to install Linux distro on, even if it's your first time using Linux, actually especially if it's your first time installing on physical hardware. The laptops are very cheap and come with pretty good hardware. I mean, I got an i7 and 8GB of RAM with a 240GB SSD for 150 quid, a pretty good deal in my mind. And if you ever get into the realm of installing a custom BIOS, you can even buy a pre-modified T400 from eBay, or do it yourself, though it is pretty difficult from what I've heard. Now, I have heard that the old ThinkPads such as the T400 have a much better keyboard typing experience. Now, there are a couple reasons for myself opting for the X240, but I'll say this now. If you want a cheap but well-built laptop to do some code work on or to install a Linux distro on, go for the T400. It's cheaper, around £90, and has a boatload of I/O. If you need something with a bit more power to run some more beefy programs, or God forbid Windows for school or work and something like that, or you just want to watch some good old YouTube at full resolution with no interruptions, go for the X240, preferably the i7 model with 8GB of RAM. It's £150 and pretty cheap for what you get. So, in conclusion, buy a damn ThinkPad. The second-hand market has a really reasonable price on these things, and they are fully capable of being your work laptop for office work, coding, watching YouTube videos, and pretty much anything else you would normally do on a laptop. If you need to do some heavy lifting with your laptop though, maybe look elsewhere. I don't think these laptops will be good for intensive video editing or 3D rendering and modelling, as expected for the price you're paying, of course. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick video of me basically shilling a decade-old laptop. If you really did enjoy this, consider liking, and maybe even check out my channel for some more stuff you might find interesting. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Stay open source.